Chapter 1. Formation of villages. Either by inducing foreigners to immigrate or by causing the thickly populated centers of his own kingdom to send forth the excessive population, the king may construct villages either on new sites or on old ruins. Villages consisting each of not less than 100 families and of not more than 500 families of agricultural people of Shudra caste with boundaries extending as far as a krosa, which is 2250 yards. Or 2. The capable of protecting each other shall be formed. Boundaries shall be denoted by a river, a mountain, forests, bulbous plants, caves, artificial buildings, or by trees such as Salmali, Sami, Shiravriksha. There shall be set up a Sthaniya in the center of 800 villages, a Dronamukh in the center of 400 villages, a Kharvatika in the center of 200 villages, and Sangrahana in the midst of a collection of 10 villages. There shall be constructed in the extremities of the kingdom forts manned by boundary guards, whose duty shall be to guard the entrances into the kitchen. The interior of the kingdom shall be watched by trap keepers, archers, hunters, chandalas, and wild tribes. Those who perform sacrifices, spiritual guides, priests, and those learned in the Vedas shall be granted Brahmadaya lands, yielding sufficient produce and exempted from taxes and fines. Superintendents, accountants, gopas, sthanikas, veterinary surgeons, physicians, horse trainers, and messengers shall also be endowed with lands which they shall have no right to alienate by sale or mortgage. Lands prepared for cultivation shall be given to taxpayers only for life. Lands may be confiscated from those who do not cultivate them and given to others, or they may be cultivated by village laborers and traders, lest those owners who do not properly cultivate them might pay less. If cultivators pay their taxes easily, they may be favorably supplied with grains, cattle, and money. The king shall bestow on cultivators only such favor and remission as will tend to swell the treasury and shall avoid such as will deplete it. A king with depleted treasury will eat into the very vitality of both citizens and country people, either on the occasion of opening new settlements or on any other emergent occasions. Remissions of taxes shall be made. He shall regard with fatherly kindness those who have passed the period of remission of taxes. He shall carry on mining operations and manufacturers, exploit timber and elephant forests, other facilities for cattle breeding and commerce, construct roads for traffic both by land and water, and set up market towns. He shall also construct reservoirs filled with water, either perennial or drawn from some other source. Or he may provide with sites, roads, timber, and other necessary things those who construct reservoirs of their own accord, likewise in the construction of places of pilgrimage and groves. Whoever stays away from any kind of cooperative construction shall send his servants and bullocks to carry on his work, shall have a share in the expenditure, but shall have no claim to the profit. The king shall exercise his right of ownership with regard to fishing, ferrying, and trading in vegetables, in reservoirs or lakes. Those who do not heed the claims of their slaves hirelings, and relatives shall be taught their duty. The king shall provide the orphans, the aged, the infant, the afflicted, and the helpless with maintenance. He shall also provide subsistence to helpless women when they are carrying, and also to the children they give birth to. Elders among the villages shall improve the property of bereaved minors till the latter attain their age, so also the property of gods. When a capable person other than an apostate or mother neglects to maintain his or her child, wife, mother, father, minor brothers, sisters, or widowed girls, he or she shall be punished with a fine of 12 panas. When without making provision for the maintenance of his wife and sons, any person embraces asceticism, he shall be punished with the first amercement. Likewise, any person who converts a woman to asceticism. Whoever has passed the age of copulation may become an ascetic after distributing the properties of his own acquisition among his sons, otherwise he will be punished. No ascetic other than a vanaprastha, no company other than one of the local birth, and no guilds of any kind other than local cooperative guilds shall find entrance into the villages of the kingdom. Nor shall there be in villages buildings intended for sports and plays, nor in the view of procuring money, free labor, commodities, grains, and liquids in plenty shall actors, dancers, singers, drummers, buffoons, and bards make any disturbance to the works of the villagers. For helpless villagers are always dependent and bent upon their fields. The king shall avoid taking possession of any country which is liable to the inroads of enemies and wild tribes, and which is harassed by frequent visitations of famine and pestilence. He shall also keep away from expensive sports. He shall protect agriculture from the molestation of oppressive fines, free labor, and taxes, herds of cattle from thieves, tigers, poisonous creatures, and cattle disease. He shall not only clear roads of traffic from the molestations of courtiers, of workmen, of robbers, and boundary guards, but also keep them from being destroyed by herd of cattle. Thus, the king shall not only keep in good repair timber and elephant forests, buildings and mines created in the past, but also set up new ones. Chapter 2: Division of Land. The king shall make provisions for pasture grounds on uncultivated tracts. Brahmins shall be provided with forests for soma plantations, for religious learnings, and for performance of penance. Such forests being rendered safe from the dangers from animate or inanimate objects, and being named after the tribal name Gotra of the Brahmins resident therein. A forest as extensive as the above, provided with only one entrance, rendered inaccessible by the construction of ditches, all round with plantations of delicious fruits trees, bushes, bowers, and thornless trees, with an expensive lake of water, full of harmless animals, and with tigers, beasts of prey, male and female elephants, young elephants, and bisons, all deprived of their claws and teeth, shall be informed for the king's sports. On the extreme limit of the country, or in any other suitable locality, another game forest, with game beasts, open to all, shall also be made, in view of procuring all kinds of forest produce described elsewhere. One or several forests shall be specially reserved. Manufacturers to prepare commodities from forest produce shall also be set up. Wild tracts shall be separated from timber forests. In the extreme limit of the country, elephant forests separated from wild tracts shall be formed. The superintendent of forests, with his retinue of forest guards, shall not only maintain the upkeep of the forests, but also acquaint himself with all passages for entrance into or exit from such of them as are mountainous or boggy or contain rivers or lakes. Whoever kills an elephant shall be put to death. Whoever brings in the pair of tusks of an elephant dead from natural causes shall receive a reward of 4.5 panas. Guards of elephant forests, assisted by those who rear elephants, those who enchain the legs of elephants, those who guard the boundaries, those who live in forests, as well as by those who nurse elephants, shall with the help of 5 or 7 female elephants to help in tethering wild ones, whereabouts of herds of elephants, by following the course of urine and dungs left by elephants and along forest tracts covered over with branches of bhalatki, and by observing the spots where elephants slept or sat before or left dungs, or they had just destroyed the banks of rivers or lakes. They shall also precisely ascertain whether any mark is due to the movements of elephants in herds, of an elephant roaming in single, of a stray elephant, of a leader of herds, of a tusker, of a rogue elephant, of an elephant in rut, of a young elephant, or of an elephant that has escaped from the cage. Experts in catching elephants shall follow the instructions given to them by the elephant doctor and catch such elephants as are possessed of auspicious characteristics and good character. The victory of kings depends mainly upon elephants, for elephants, being of large bodily frame, are capable not only to destroy the arrayed army of an enemy, his fortifications and encampments, but also to undertake works that are dangerous to life. Elephants bred in countries such as Kalinga, Anga, Karusa, and the East are the best. Those of the Dasrana and Western countries are of middle quality, and those of Saurashtra and Panchjana countries are of low quality. The might and the energy of all can, however, be improved by suitable training.